California is still the American dream in 2025? Think again. For generations, it's been the ultimate symbol of the American dream. But in 2025, that dream is showing cracks. Behind the postcard-perfect beaches and tech-fueled skylines, the housing market in the Golden State is beginning to fracture. Prices are soaring out of reach, insurance is spiraling, and affordability is collapsing faster than ever. Cities that once symbolized opportunity are now flashing bright red warning signs. In this deep dive, we're counting down the 10 worst cities to buy a home in California this year, from entertainment hubs to coastal paradises, and revealing why owning property in these places might just become your biggest financial regret. Whether you're a first-time buyer, investor, or renter, the reality unfolding across California is too big to ignore. Let's get started. Number 10. Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the city of stars, luxury, and limitless ambition. But in 2025, that dream is dimming for homeowners. The median home price now hovers around $870,000, while median household income sits near $75,000, an impossible equation. Mortgage payments often top $4,000 a month, pushing families to the breaking point. Interest rates, hovering near 7%, add even more pressure. And people are noticing. LA is now one of the top cities for outbound migration, with more than 30,000 residents leaving since 2023. Rising crime rates, sky-high insurance costs, especially from wildfire threats, and a shrinking middle class have turned the city's glitz into a mirage. Once hot neighborhoods like Silver Lake and West Hollywood are cooling fast, with over 20% of listings slashing prices early in 2025. LA still sparkles from afar, but for most, owning here now feels less like success and more like survival. Number 9. Oakland. Oakland was once celebrated as San Francisco's grittier but more affordable sibling, diverse, creative, and alive with energy. But in 2025, the housing dream is unraveling. The median home price has climbed past $720,000, yet average incomes barely reach $80,000. That mismatch has pushed ownership out of reach for thousands. Over 30% of listings saw price cuts in early 2025, and homes now sit unsold for more than 2 months on average. The bigger problem? Crime. Oakland ranks among the top 5 U.S. cities for property crime, and the wave of break-ins, carjackings, and thefts is driving residents away. More than 12,000 people have left since 2023, while insurance costs in hillside neighborhoods many at wildfire risk have surged over 40%. Oakland still has soul, but its housing market has lost its rhythm. Number 8. Stockton. Stockton once made headlines for its post-recession recovery, but in 2025, that comeback story is starting to unravel. The median home price sits around $480,000, while typical household income is only $66,000. That affordability gap has turned Stockton into one of the most financially strained housing markets in the Central Valley. Nearly 30% of homes have dropped their asking prices, and foreclosures are up 17% year over year. As adjustable rate mortgages reset and inflation bites deeper into paychecks, many homeowners are falling behind. Add to that Stockton's long-running crime issues and rising unemployment, and confidence in the local market is fading fast. New housing developments keep expanding on the outskirts, but buyers aren't showing up. The balance between supply and demand is stretched thin, and the breaking point could be close. Number 7. San Diego. San Diego, endless sunshine, ocean views, and a postcard-perfect coastline. It looks like the dream destination. But beneath the surfboards and palm trees lies one of California's harshest affordability crises. The median home price now tops $850,000, while household incomes average just $82,000. Many families spend over 40% of their income on housing alone before taxes or insurance even factor in. And those insurance costs? Up 50% since 2020. Wildfire exposure, flooding risk, and coastal erosion have sent premiums soaring. Some insurers have simply left the region, leaving homeowners scrambling for coverage. Even luxury markets are cooling. Nearly a quarter of listings cut prices in early 2025, and population growth has slowed dramatically. San Diego still looks like paradise, but for homebuyers, it's a paradise few can afford to enter. Number 6. Burbank. The quiet jewel of Los Angeles County, where film studios, leafy streets, and sunshine define the suburban dream. But in 2025, the dream costs a fortune. The median home price has surpassed $1 million, while average incomes hover under $90,000. With interest rates still high, even two-income families are being priced out. Property taxes rank among the highest in the region, and climate-driven insurance hikes fueled by nearby wildfire zones are adding thousands to annual expenses. Homes that once sold in a weekend now sit for 60 days or longer, with some owners slashing prices by 10% or more. Meanwhile, layoffs in entertainment and tech are creating uncertainty, wage growth is stagnant, and younger families are moving away. Burbank still looks golden in pictures, but beneath the surface, it's showing the strain of a market under immense pressure. Number 5. Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz has always embodied the free-spirited California lifestyle: surf, art, redwoods, and rebellion. But the price of that freedom has never been higher. The median home price has skyrocketed to around $1.2 million, while local incomes average just $85,000. That's one of the worst affordability ratios in the country, forcing buyers to dedicate half their income or more just to own. And it's not only the price tag. Santa Cruz faces a trio of natural threats: coastal flooding, sea level rise, and wildfires, all of which are pushing insurance premiums up 40% since 2022. Listings are lingering longer, with over 25% of homes cutting prices early this year. Investors have cooled off, and younger families are fleeing inland. Santa Cruz remains beautiful, but for homeowners, it's become a risky bet wrapped in ocean views. Number 4. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara still looks like a Mediterranean dream: terracotta roofs, sea breezes, and endless charm. But for buyers in 2025, that charm comes at a punishing cost. The average home price nears $1.5 million, while incomes hover around $90,000. The result? A market that's accessible only to the wealthy, and even they're starting to hesitate. Listing times are up 60% year over year, and nearly one-third of homes have seen price reductions. Meanwhile, wildfire risks, drought, and storm-driven mudslides are wreaking havoc on insurance costs, with some premiums topping $5,000 annually. The workforce exodus continues. More than 8,000 residents have left since 2022, hollowing out the service economy. Santa Barbara may look timeless, but its housing market is entering uncertain territory. For most buyers, paradise has never felt so out of reach. Number 3. Palm Springs. Once the escape of Hollywood elites, Palm Springs built its legend on sunshine and luxury. But that same sunshine is now part of the problem. In 2025, home prices hover around $675,000, while incomes sit near $70,000. Not terrible until you factor in the relentless desert climate. The city faced over 60 days above 110 degrees Fahrenheit last year. Air conditioning bills are skyrocketing, drought restrictions are tightening, and water costs are ballooning. Insurance premiums have jumped nearly 50% in 3 years, with some neighborhoods labeled high risk. On top of that, an oversupply of homes is weighing on the market. Nearly a third of listings have cut prices, and properties are sitting unsold for weeks. Palm Springs still shines for tourists, but for homeowners, the heat is financial as much as physical. Number 2. Mendocino. Mendocino is one of the most breathtaking places in California, where redwoods meet the roaring Pacific. But beauty doesn't pay the bills. Homes here now average $650,000, while median income barely reaches $60,000. Locals are being priced out, and many remote workers who flocked here during the pandemic are now retreating due to isolation and cost. Infrastructure is fragile: limited healthcare access, poor internet, and frequent power outages during storms or heat waves. Wildfire risk has worsened, pushing annual insurance costs to nearly $5,000 in some areas. More than a third of listings saw price cuts this spring, the steepest in Northern California. Mendocino may look like a peaceful retreat, but for buyers, it's a risky, expensive gamble at the edge of the world. Number 1. San Francisco. Once the pride of innovation and prosperity, now finds itself at the top of the wrong list. The median home price still exceeds $1.3 million, but the energy that once defined the city has faded. The exodus of tech workers, layoffs, and the rise of remote jobs have drained population and demand. More than 50,000 residents have left since 2021. Now, vacant condos and price cuts define the market. In early 2025, nearly 1 in 3 listings reduced their prices. Crime, homelessness, and deteriorating infrastructure weigh on daily life, while property taxes, HOA fees, often $1,800 plus monthly, and insurance costs, averaging $6,000 a year, keep climbing. Even the luxury market is stagnating, with developers canceling projects and buyers waiting on the sidelines. San Francisco remains iconic, but in 2025, that icon is tarnished. Owning here means shouldering high costs, high risk, and high uncertainty, a tough sell for anyone chasing stability. The takeaway: the Golden State's golden illusion. California's housing story in 2025 is no longer about opportunity, it's about endurance. From LA's glamour to San Francisco's grit, affordability has collapsed, insurance has exploded, and the middle class is shrinking fast. The dream isn't dead, but it's changing. The future belongs to those who buy smart, not just buy in. If you want to keep your wallet and your sanity intact, stay informed, stay skeptical, and never mistake hype for value. Because in 2025, the California dream isn't what it used to be. If you enjoyed this information, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You help us a lot. Thank you very much.